Whew, okay, so we are back at it. We have, uh, let's see. How much time do we have? We have 1 day, 1 hour, and 38 minutes, 30 something seconds. Excuse me. All right, let's recap where we are. Yep. Now we're gonna work on our AI because that's kind of like basically the last thing, and it's the most important. Because without that, doesn't really make sense to just pick the rock up and down. Since then, I basically just added the navigation mesh so that they can move. Yeah. See, let's go back here. We should probably find some way to show some distinction between that guy and that guy, but we'll do that later. Okay, so what I was working on is an AI move. I basically, on the event begin play, set a timer every 10th of a second. We are going to make the actor move up 100 in their x-axis. The red's their x-axis moving forward. So let's see. Oh yeah, he does move. Okay. But he does not have that. And I actually slept on it, and I'm pretty sure I know why. It's because nope, movement's not disabled in this. So we are going to have to figure out why he's not walking. Why is he sliding? It's very interesting. I'm gonna test something. Why is he sliding? Why is he not walking? It is very interesting. Oh, hooked up to move. This is our side scrolling character. Move. Oh, that's working. Check for soft collision. I don't know what that is. Game with it. Okay, so yeah, our move is not hooked up, which makes sense. Mm. Why did he slide? He's not walking either, but that's because he doesn't have the same animation blueprint. It's very interesting. What if I change that would make it make him slide though? Oh yeah, let's take this off so he doesn't move. Okay. Should be that. Animation blueprint. Yeah. I guess directions empty because you can only go two. That's interesting. Okay. Wonder why this shit moves. Don't want to keep that on there, but let's see. There we go. All right. Now let's move this back to 0. It should be getting that information. I shouldn't have to hard code that in. Cool. Now we don't want all of them to move at the same speed. We're gonna make a spawner for the villagers and the monsters. Also, we don't want it to start on screen. I'm just gonna move these people back here for a little bit. We probably should take the nav mesh and make this all the way this whole strip. Actually, let's delete this because none of this is going to be used for now. Give them some more room. All right, nav mesh. Make it the whole length. About. Some of these people way back here. Now, uh, maybe a little bit too far, but that doesn't really matter because we're gonna make a spawner and we're gonna put it in the right place. Shit, are they coming? Oh, it's getting stuck on something. What is that you're getting stuck on? Huh. Oh, I know what's wrong. Ah, Okay, we don't need this. On the event begin play, we're not looping it. So after they move up 1,000 paces, yeah, after 1,000 paces. So we want them to do that. Actually, I want to time this perfectly. So we are going to give it a tenth of a second. We're going to move this to 100. And on success, once it's completed, we'll print string and just kind of give a soft time. Completed. So go here. 1, 2. We might have to guess this one out. There we go. Okay. Now we want the villagers to run at different speeds randomly. It's not really using their max walk speed, so I don't know if that's gonna work. Hmm. They're just walking place. Okay. It's not too bad a problem. It's a simple game, so we don't really need all of this to work. Should move. Is that really why? No, that's not why. So why are you guys just walking for no reason? I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Yeah, let's worry about the most crucial stuff because it's the most crucial. We don't have that much time. So we need a way to variate their speed. We are moving them with this. So I'm gonna hook this back up and let's just look at what it looks like with the 100. It's a decent walk. Villager. I'll move this up to 500. Try to give extreme values to. There we go. That's how we can control their speed. So random integer. think I'm gonna do 500 to 1,000. Mm, mm, I think what I'm gonna do is make an integer speed array. It's just gonna be a different array of speeds, so they're not. So it just picks, you know, different speeds. Better than this is doing. Okay, it's gonna be an integer. It's gonna be an array. Let's have, I guess, 5 speeds. Gonna have 100, 250, 500. I really don't like the 100. It's really slow. Let's go 250, 500, 1,000, 800. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't. It can always be changed. 1,000. And this one's gonna be super fast. 1,500. Cool beans. Okay, we have 5 of them. So we're gonna get our speed array. Copy. Get copy. And since we have 5, we're gonna do get length. Why does that? Length. The length is so the length is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But arrays start at 0. So we don't want 1 through 5. We want 0 through 4. The length is going to give us 1 through 5. So we're going to subtract 1. If the length's 1 through 5, and we subtract 1 from each one of those numbers, you get 0 through 4. So we're going to get the length minus 1. And that's only going to give us 4. So we want this to be random. The length 1 through 4. Random. Random integer. Oops. So random integer in range. So the minimum, and you know what, actually I need to print this out just so I can see what I'm doing. Take this off right quick. Just to see what I'm doing. Still learning too, so practice makes perfect. Okay, so what is this giving us? I believe it'd give us 4. Oh, it gave us 1,500. Of course, you got to hook that. Okay, so it's giving us the last one. So this is giving us 4. So the random integer is going to be 0 through this if it's giving us 4. Yep, it's giving us the 4th one, which makes sense. Don't need this anymore. Delete. Delete. Put that up right there. This is going to be 0 through 4. Put that in there like, actually, we can just do that. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, yeah, actually. Let's print this still. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Look at that. Nope, not what I'm looking for, not what I'm looking for. I only wanted to pick those numbers. I don't want to. Are we saying a random integer? Between 0 and 4. Hmm. That's the thing about this. It has to be a. I think that's how it's supposed to be. Make it random before the get, and once you get it, it's already random. Then I hope that works. Yeah, 250, 250, 1,000. That works, but is it gonna work when they convert it to this dang? Is this gonna work? That's the real question. It should. I mean, it's already got random, so it's already picking it. Yeah, it's gotta work. Yeah, that's it, because it has no choice. So, a float is an integer, but an integer isn't always a float. Oh, wait. Yeah, an integer is always a float, but a float isn't always an integer. Sorry. So let me hit it. We're getting 500, 1,500, 1,000. Of course, no one's moving because we just want to. Wait, why aren't they moving? Mm, it's pretty interesting. Still seems like they're moving just about the same. So let's try some extreme numbers. 1,000. Even more extreme number. Hmm, maybe that's too extreme. Oh, shit. So that is controlling their speed. Let's try a different test. I forgot what it's called. Man, I can't remember what it is. It's like you can pick one. It picks one number or the other randomly. Yeah, that's definitely not it. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna have to find a way to randomize their speech. If I move this, let's try this again. Try that. Or we might just have to have it the numbers lower. But then again, we're also gonna try to multiply it. That might actually be better than adding it. Okay. So that's what it looks like at 1,000. Takes about 3 seconds for them to start getting to that pillar. One, 2, 3. All right. Yeah. Let's move this back here. Stop clicking on it. Don't need this anymore. So here. Yeah, okay. Now, what if I change this to 2000? 1, 2, 3. It doesn't seem like they're getting any faster after that. So I want to try something else. Also, maybe the time needs to be. This is, that's not doing anything. We do 1. They're not going to move because anything times 1 is just itself. Just making sure my logic's right. Yep. Move to complete it. Yep. Okay. Now they should move twice as fast, I believe, if my logic is correct. So that changes their speed, but once they get to their destination, this is not the best way to do this, but even still. For some reason, hmm, we should be getting the actor's location and multiplying it by 2. Yeah, keep doing that. And if we do 3, it's not going to move it all for some reason. They're going to have to figure something else out. Yeah, that's crazy. Hmm. Okay, that can't go above. Okay, we're gonna try something different. Let's try this. That's not why they're stopping, is it? No, they're stopping back here. That is extremely weird. So 1.5, 1.1? What did that do? Okay. You know what? Something we were gonna have to do anyway is we're gonna have to build a an actor that's gonna score when they make it. So I think that's what we're gonna do right now. And instead of trying to mess with its location and trying to figure out the animation blueprints and why it's not AI moving to like it's supposed to, we'll just do what we're supposed to and make this blueprint. So we're gonna call this class. It's an actor. BP underscore goal. And this is simply going to be collision box. Watch. This like this. This. Uh, on our blueprint graph, we're gonna get our 8. We can overlap if other actor get actor of class. Oops. Okay, if the actor of class, if this other actor equals this class, this needs to be up here like this. This needs to be here. Clean this up a little bit. If the other actor is BP Villager, now we use the other one, actor of class, as a character because no matter who it squashes, we want them to be deleted. But we don't want people to score when the monster makes it. We don't want that to happen. Let's get a branch. If it equals the villager, we're gonna say villager made it. Yay, he made it. Okay, let's put our goal up here. And now we're gonna test it out. Also, I want to make this visible. Do not want it hidden right now. I want to be able to see it for testing purposes. Bam. Now we'll be able to see it. Okay, they take off running. One thing we definitely want to change right now before I forget is we are going to make this random too. Nah, you know what? We don't have to do that because we're going to be spawning at random. So a tenth of a second, I really want you to start like instantly. I could do that, but it's not really worth it right now. We're just going to do the bare minimum, and if we have time, clean it up. Okay, there they go. Will they make it? Nobody knows. I definitely don't. Booyah! Villager made it. Yep, yep, yep. Let's see if it needs to be that far. It doesn't need to be that far because we can't guarantee they're going to make it. And we do want them to. So, also another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this the goal. That's another thing that I was actually planning on doing. So instead of telling them to walk and mess with their location, we're just going to give them this as a target. That way, there's no possible way they're not going to go there. Villager. So we want the AI move to. Let's just take all this off for now because we don't want to assume that this idea is going to work. And we don't want to start over with this logic. But I'm sure it will work. I'm going to recombine this because we're not going to use that right now. Instead of a destination, we are going to multi-variable. We'll call this goal. And this is going to be pile instance editable. Means you can edit it per instance, which means we'll actually be able to have them go back and forth. So we can have a spawner on this side, and we can say this side is trying to go to this goal, and this goal is trying to go to this goal. So that's what expose on instance, because each one is an instance, not the exact blueprint. And we want to expose on spawn, which means we can take this little picker thing and we can tell each instance. I don't know why this is like this. You need to always save. So now what's happening is these guys, I can pick their goal. Each one's an instance. It's not the blueprint, it's an instance of the blueprint. So we want to make this editable per each instance. And we expose it on spawn. So now they shouldn't move unless I pick this goal for them. So here we go. We're just gonna pick. Now that's not to say that this is gonna work. Pick goal. I'm thinking that none of them should move because they have an empty variable, and this one should. But let's see. Yep. Okay, perfect. We are getting there, and they have no choice but to go there. And we might actually. Nah, that's good. That's good. Now that that's working, we are going to test it out one more time. Now the two of them should walk. Yep, there they go. Perfect. They're gonna have some collision problems. Go made it. Yep, he's in his way. So we're gonna probably destroy the actor. But first I want to make it so they do not collide with themselves. Because I want their speeds to be different. So let's see how we can mess with their speed. Which I guess I should not worry about. I'm not gonna worry about that. I can't help it. I just have to worry about it. Max walk speed. So if we change this to 100, it means they should slow it down. In theory. Yep. Okay, so that's how we're gonna randomize their speed. Just nice, easy. We're not gonna worry about that now. I think next we need to worry about their collision. Because I actually do at some point want them walking. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do next is that's all working fine. I want the point system to work. I want the so now here only the first one to walk. Oh yeah, and he's slow as dirt. Let's just make it really fast for testing purposes. Gonna take off. So that's what's gonna happen when that happens. Now, instead of we can keep that print on there. We want to oh, excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom. I will be right back.